Dear students, how are you? All are fine, I think, and you are safe and secure at your own home. Uh, as there is pandemic situation around us, that's why we are going through online classes. So until we get a good feedback about COVID-19, until that we'll go through online classes, and we are not going to get together in our classroom until we get a good information about the present situation of COVID-19. Okay, so according to the order of the government, and with the permission of our honorable principal, we are going through online classes. So I have taken few classes back, and I'm here in front of you today to take another class. So in my last class, I have discussed now WH question, and in that class, I hope you have finished that two classes of WH questions, and I have discussed some rules and regulations in those classes. So today I'm going to discuss some more topics today with you about WH question. About WH question. So I think all are ready right now with me, and you must have your pen, pencil, and books in front of you, so that you can write down what I'm telling you right now. If at the same time, when I write a rules, or if I write a sentence, you must write that sentence in your paper. Okay, so I'm going to start today WH question. The first point I'm going to discuss is whose. That's whose. First one is, we can make question with whose. So let us write a statement, then I will talk about whose. So first of all, I'm going to write a statement here. Ahad is a person, okay? Imagine that he's your friend. Ahad's car broke down. Okay, so I have written a statement here. That is, Ahad's car broke down. So if there is an underline there is underline in Ahad's car, so you have to make a WH question from this statement. So when you make a statement, you must be careful about the word that is underlined. Okay, so there is underline in Ahad's car, the word towards Ahad's car. Okay, so if you want to make a WH question, you have to go through the word. So we can see a word that is Ahad's. So there is the apostrophe s. So you have to be careful when you say you see a apostrophe s. Then you have to be careful when you are going to make a WH question. If we see apostrophe s, then it will be called actually possessive case. Do you know about possessive case? And if you go through a pronoun, then you will know about the possessive case. I think all you know about possessive case. And if you have any confusion, you can comment me. I can make it clear to you. Okay, no problem. I'm making clarity to you. So if you see, I'm discussing about apostrophe s, that is possessive case. If you see a possessive case, that is if you see apostrophe s after a noun, and there is a noun after that, so you can say that it means he is the owner of this thing. So there is Ahad apostrophe s, and there is care. So if you see apostrophe s, that means that person is holding this thing. So that's why this is called possessive case, and he is owning this thing. Actually, he's the owner of this thing, and he belongs to this thing. So if you see an apostrophe s, and if it means the possessive case, then if you make WH question, you have to bring whose in front of the statement. Okay, whose. Actually, you have to write whose cow broke down. So you just write whose in place of apostrophe s. Okay, so I have written here Ahad's, and in replace of Ahad's I have written whose. So if you want to make question when there is a apostrophe s, when there is a possessive case, that means possessive pronoun, and that person is the owner of the thing what I have written after apostrophe s, then you have to use whose, so that you can, and you'll be able to, if you place whose in front of this word, in replace of this word, then you will be able to make a correct WH question. Let us read another statement here. So let us write another statement, that is he came here yesterday. I have written here he came here yesterday. So there is an underline in yesterday. So when you see that there is an underline in yesterday, below yesterday, so it means actually time. It means time. Yesterday is a time that past last day. Okay, that's why if you talk about time, any time period, and if you say underline under that word, that means time or any time period. Okay, you have to use when. What you have to use? When. So in place of time period, you have to use when. Okay, when did he come home? When did he come home? So you can say, you can tell me, or you may ask questions. That's why I'm going through this line. Actually, what I have written in place of yesterday, I have written when. Okay, this is the word when I have written here in a replace of yesterday. But then I have written an auxiliary word here. So you may ask question about this did, and I have written the other words here. Okay, so you can ask about did, why I bring a did here in this place after when, as this is an past indefinite tense. Okay, this sentence is past indefinite tense, and there is no auxiliary verb. So we know that if we make any question from indefinite, any indefinite past indefinite tense, then we have to bring a did. And if the sentence, if I write here a present indefinite, okay, present indefinite sentence, okay, if it present tense, then I have to write do or does. So as the tense is present, past indefinite tense, as I have written here came. So came is a past tense, okay, past form of verb. That's why I have brought a did here in after the word which I have brought here to make a question, and before the subject. As I have mentioned here, this is a past tense. That's why I have brought here the word did. That's why I have changed the word. I have changed the form, and this was the first form, and I have brought it back into present form, that is come. Okay, so you have well understand what I wanted to say in this point. Okay, so we have finished two points here. First one is whose. We used whose to make a question here, and second one is when. So you have well understood what I told you in today's class. Now I'm going to discuss another point, that is, so first of all I'm going to write the point. I'm going to write the statement first. If I write Azad put the book Azad put the book where? Azad put the book on the table. On the table. Azad put the book on the table. If there is an underline below on the table, then what will you do to make a WH question? So first of all, what you have to recall in your mind, that if the sentence or if the word talk about the place, okay, you can see in this sentence that on the table, it means a place where the book is kept. Okay, this is a place actually where the book is kept. Okay, on the table. That's why if the underline is below something that actually mean any place, then you have to use a word that is where. You have to use where. Where means if we say in Bengali, kothai. Okay, so where did Azad put the book? Put the book. So in place of on the table, we have written where, and we have brought a auxiliary word that is did, because this sentence is past tense. Okay, that's why we have brought did. Okay, that's why in front of subject we have brought did after the word, after the WH word actually here. So we have made another question using where. Okay, so we have discussed today 3 points. Those are whose, okay, first one, and second one is when, that means time. First one whose, that means possession, okay, possessive pronoun. And third one is where, that means a place. And if someone is talking about place and there is underline below a place, then you have to bring where to make a question. So I hope all students have understood what I have discussed today, and we have some topics to discuss in my next class, and hope all will join in my next class. So until that, Allah Hafiz.